You've had some recent writings about the role of Chief Customer Officer, and that role being critical in a board position. Help me understand that role in the context of a CRO, in the kind of a traditional mindset, Chief Revenue Officer for our folks, and a, let's call it, Senior Vice President of Customer Success.
Yeah.
And where that CCO goes and who's more likely to assume that role.
Good question. I sometimes see these two roles existing in parallel. Typically in cases like that, the Chief Revenue Officer will either purely be a sales leader, so CRO is just, in that case, a new title for like SVP of sales, or Chief Sales Officer.
Right.
Or they might be leading essentially the top of the funnel, sales plus marketing, sort of like top line or new logo growth, where, and in that model, the Chief Customer Officer would be running essentially everything post-sale. So customer success management, professional services, customer support. In other situations, you might purely see a Chief Revenue Officer that's running the entire customer journey. And in that case, this person's actually a lot more like COOs at many companies. They're running everything from marketing to sales to customer success. I think their title might change from CRO to COO if then they also run like an operations team and maybe the people organization and like a couple of other staff type functions. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that there's a perfect solution or answer. I think these different models can work well in different types of situations. One common reason for having one of these models and not the other is if you have a product that is very easy to use out of the box, and perhaps you have a long tail customer base, you may not need a significant professional services component of your business. Support might be pretty lightweight, and your customer success team might be able to have very high account ratios, which might also, and if the product's particularly lightweight, it might also allow them to actually own the renewal and own expansion too. In this world, CSMs are essentially like an account manager, but that's also looking at value and adoption. So in those situations, you might just have the customer success management team report into the revenue organization and then work seamlessly with sales and marketing. And perhaps I've even seen support in situations like this reporting into the product organization because getting tickets is essentially a source of information about evolving the roadmap.